Yes, sir. All yours.
It's for you if you want it.
Anybody need a pen, water?
Hey, at 6:03, we'll call to order the Bartonville Community Development Corporation, October 20th, 2021 meeting. Public participation. We have Kim Cloud signed up. I should have waited. I'm sorry.
I'll try not to chomp on it. Well, I'm Kim Cloud Skidmore, and I'm the owner of Cloud9 Salon and Spa, now located in Lantana temporarily in our pop-up location. So I'm here today just to kind of update y'all. It's been a while since you've seen us, right? So we finally sold our building in Flower Mound, and we sold it to a group of doctors. Thank you. Yes. And took 2 years for that to happen. Sold it during COVID. Crazy. And the doctors wanted in quick. And so that's what brought us to find the temporary location in Lantana that used to be a dance studio. And so we were supposed to be out of our building and in there in January, and they switched to SBA financing last minute, which threw us into a 3-month stall. And we actually moved into the pop-up on May 22nd. So all of those delays have set things back. Plus, as you all know, Marty had the opportunity to buy the land behind the fountain and build his coffee shop there. And he was in our original plans with y'all. So we are back at the drawing board, redoing some drawings. And since we're there, we're making some adjustments and changes. And we'll be coming to y'all soon for those meetings that are coming up. But y'all were so gracious to give Cloud9 Salon a performance agreement, and it's coming up due. And we're not going to make the date. So I'll be coming back soon asking for an amendment to those dates. If you ask me what everyone else does when we're going to break ground, I would tell you that we're probably going to try to hit November and December meetings here and hopefully break ground by February or March. All of those are guesstimates, but that's what we feel strongly for right now, looking at the plans. It's my husband, Christopher. We live in Lantana. Sorry, I forgot to give you all my address, but can I switch hats for 2 seconds and tell you about something? Now I'm founder of Cloud9 Charities, and we just were voted nonprofit of the year for all of the chambers in Louisville, Flower Mound, Highland Village area. And Cloud9, thank you, Cloud9 Charities operates one program now. It's changed over the last few years, and it's called Bedtime Rescue. And police officers, churches, other nonprofits know that we operate this program to get a homeless family off of the street quickly. So we don't tend to work with the homeless population. It's more of a family that's in crisis that is found to need our help. And we get them into a local hotel in Louisville, now Flower Mound, Sanger, and Denton within an hour. Get them off the street and help them to learn about other nonprofits that make help them long term. So they may be in the hotel with us for a week or maybe a month, depending on what they need. The reason I bring it up is Bartonville store did a chili cook-off back in, I think, May when we were moving in the salon. And we received the proceeds from that. And then we just this past weekend had our big event that we do in Old Town Louisville called the Best Little Brew Fest in Texas. And then at that event, we had 1,200 people there Saturday. And that one helps us to house a family because every week is around $340. So we need lots of proceeds. We just hit our 300th family that we've helped so far this year. The need is growing. I went and spoke to Denton Council last week because we've grown 80% in Denton County since we started this program. And so the need is big. Of course, with COVID and different things, crosses that are happening with families, they're finding themselves in need. So I just wanted you to understand that there is a coalition between Cloud9 Salon and Cloud9 Charities, and we're proud of what we do and proud of the award that we just got, and wanted you to know that we are very excited about bringing that to Bartonville as well.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Any questions or anything?
Just one question. I'm sure it's going to be answered with drawings. Has the building changed significantly in any way? Is it,
Well, remember, to me, the biggest change, remember Marty had a drive-through that we fought really hard for, and we don't need that drive-through. So that's probably the biggest change, I would say. And then just some exterior changes a little bit that you'll see. He was taking 3,000 square feet down and up. And in these latest drawings, we're very excited and really trying hard to make it to where the entire salon and spa is upstairs and our tenants are downstairs. We've gotten used to all being on one floor here in our little 4,200 square foot pop-up location, and we love it. It's been great for business. Those areas that were upstairs in the Flower Mound location are on the same floor as us. And between maybe having something that we offer that hasn't been in Lantana Bartonville, but our business has exploded, and we like the feel and the atmosphere with us all on the same floor. So we are going to be coming back to showing you those changes. That it? That drive is going to be additional parking, which I know y'all are really sad about. Thank you all so much. We're so excited. We don't sleep much because we're so just anxious to turn some dirt around, and we're tired of talking about it. We want to do it. So we appreciate y'all always having our backs with this idea. Thank you.
Hard to see that dirt.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Introduction of new members and election of officers. Introduction of new members. We just had Brenda sworn in tonight, so welcome to the group.
Thank you.
And Vicky, you were sworn in, I think, our last meeting, or there,
Between that meeting and
Yeah,
tonight,
so-
sometimes, yeah.
but welcome.
not at the meeting?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. But welcome to the group.
Thank you.
And
What they did at the crime control meeting is everybody introduced themselves as well. So that was something I should have put on the agenda. So not only introduction new members, but existing members, if y'all haven't introduced yourselves already.
okay,
I think-
well, let's
I
start.
think already
with,
did.
Mr. Farmer.
What do you want? My name is Jim Corns. I live right up here in Post Oak Lane, and I am a retired pilot. Long way. And have 5 grandchildren living next door.
Oh, that is at once.
No, it's not.
Come on, you know you love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've helped them get through college and the older ones. And then we've never had a girl in our family in 200 years. And then my son had 2 sons, and they weren't even trying. And 8 years later came Sydney, then Samantha, then Sheldon. So we have 3 girls living next door, except for Sydney is in London going to college. Yes, she's the smart one. She got a program over there, and they took her over last month. Brought her over, and it's an experience. It's really an experience, but we're a good neighbor. Ask Anne Marie. That's about it.
Terry Rock, I am a retired from the venture capital firm. I live on Jeter Road. I don't have any grandchildren living next to me.
I do. Want a pair?
Jim Langford, and we lived on Jeter Road, just where past where the scarred trees are that the car ran into, tried to go in our front door, but anyway. But we've been here for 30 plus years, 35 plus years. We don't have any grandchildren living next to us, but my 99-year-old mother-in-law lives next to us. So that's an experience in itself. So.
Can't wait to celebrate our 100th party.
That's right.
Thought the 99th one was fun.
January,
pretty
yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
So my name is Dwayne Skrabarsik. Lived in Bartonville now for 17 years. I think I'm on my 3rd term on this group, the Bartonville Community Development Corporation. I'm in the facilities and real estate arena. I work for a company called Ericsson, technology company. And, place to be.
Van Alstine. I live on the corner of Gibbons and Seals. I work for a construction company out of Louisville, and I better not have any. Yeah. So on.
But again, thank you for putting yourself in the nomination field, and we appreciate your
You didn't let me
participation.
go.
I'm sorry. you're
I'm
right.
Tammy Dixon, and I reside at 1941 East Jeter Road.
Yeah, you do.
There's some truth there.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
even on Sundays.
No, I'm your town secretary, and this month I've been here 10 years.
And we would not exist or be able to function without our town secretary.
That is true.
She is 10 years.
Only 10 years. Yes,
I know, come on.
it's 10 years. 10-year anniversary.
Okay, for two new members to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Go ahead, Vicki.
I've lived in Bartonville 25 years. I was a software developer for almost 25 years for American Airlines, Sabre. And right now I have a part-time job with a nonprofit, and my kids are both out of college now. So that's why I have time to do something else.
Good.
So,
Awesome.
My name is Brenda Latham. Bought land in Bartonville about 8 years ago. Built 5 years ago. Grew up pretty much born and raised in Louisville. So always know where Bartonville was. I wear a lot of hats. I work for a global bank as a project manager in cyber information security. And I'm also a realtor. And then I also own my own business. I have grandkids and I wish they lived next door.
Well, I'll loan you.
Okay.
Yeah, rent, don't loan, rent.
Well, thank you all. Discuss and consider nominations and the election of chair. And I would like to nominate Dwayne Skrobitzer. Made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Congratulations, Mr. Chair. Now, do we, is that effective with the next meeting, or is it effective now?
Be effective now. Well, you finished, went through your vote, and then after this
Oh,
item.
okay, gotcha. Okay. Discuss and consider nominations for the election of vice chair.
I'll second that.
Made and seconded,
I'll third.
all in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Is that a verbal typo?
Discuss and consider nominations for the election of treasurer.
Second.
I'll second.
Nomination been made and seconded for Randy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Congratulations to you, Mr. Treasurer. Discuss, consider nominations and election of secretary.
Tammy.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
I vote twice. So that's good. Okay, congratulations, Madam Secretary. Okay. Now, that in mind, we go into closed session, or do we?
You can go, if you want to wait, you can put closed session at the end of the meeting and continue to. Since we have people in the audience, we can wait, we can do closed session at the end. And Dwayne can take over the meeting, switch hats, so you can sit there. You want to switch over?
Stay here or do we?
It's up to you.
Mr. Chairman.
You could please just skip item number 1 because you approved those at your last meeting. So no action taken on number 1.
So public hearing to consider. Yes? I hear you say
There's no
something.
public hearing.
Okay,
I'm gonna go to F2.
You're down to Consider approval of September 8th. meeting minutes.
Wait a second, wrong page. Sorry, I was taking notes here.
And you have a copy of the minutes at your place.
Discuss and consider nominations. We already did all that.
Yeah, you're skipping E and we're going to F2.
Consider approval of September 8th, 2021 meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
All in favor? Next, we're going to talk about the updated traffic count study.
So quick update, if you've noticed, the traffic study is out. So it was supposed to be done earlier this month and the person laying out the traffic count had vehicle issues, but they are out getting the counts. So hopefully next month I'll have the report ready for you. The engineer did add a location. I don't have that with me on hand right now, but when you get the report next month,
Okay, but
I'll
we
point that out. Yes,
did,
we
we
added
did
a
add
couple.
another, okay.
And those are ours on 407, right?
Yes.
Towards Lantana,
Yes,
because I noticed one of them was,
yes.
okay.
That was brought to our attention last night. We let them know.
It's kind of crazy over there because there was a dog loose on the road and a guy tried to miss the dog in his big lifted up truck, ran over the median, kind of crashed out. And then the little dog continued on traffic, and traffic was blocked both ways, people trying to trap this dog and get him into a car to keep him from getting run over. Things you see. They did. Little
Okay.
girl wrapped him up in a blanket and got him out, but he ended up under a car before they finally got him. He was underneath the car trying to hide. So number 4 would be discussion of Old Town maintenance, landscaping, and projects.
I want to give you an update that the landscape lighting has been updated. The lights out there, I think Dwayne went out and looked at it as well. The last year when we had the Christmas decorations installed, the gentleman that installed the lights, when I went out there to look at it, there was the lighting that we had exposed wires.
Ooh, wow.
It was not, it was pretty bad. And for as many years that had been out there, so we went ahead and had all the lights updated. And you could tell the difference at night. Wayne went out up there afterwards, and I don't know if you weren't paying attention before. When I drive by at night, it was like I really couldn't tell, but when I drive by now, I can really see a difference.
It's very visible.
Yeah, so that's been done. We have the Christmas decorations scheduled to be put up the weekend before Thanksgiving. So we got on a schedule ahead of time instead of being a couple weeks after, since we thought of it too late. I mean, last year was kind of an afterthought. So we're already on the schedule. So we'll have the same Christmas tree, kind of doing the same. In fact, everybody loved that tree on the corner.
They didn't increase our costs. So
No, it's the same cost. So it's all scheduled to be done. So we're not having to worry about it last minute. The trees, Dwayne, did we talk about, are we ready for him to replace those trees, or did we want to wait?
So Dwayne needs to make a phone call to him and find out if he's found the product to replace with.
Okay.
Because at the time, he didn't have the tree material, the trees, landscaping materials needed. So I'll reach out to him again and see if he's got the product. So go ahead and make that, and I can just go ahead and refer him back to you for a PO approval. So we waited until after summer, and this might be an initiative that would take place in spring, depending on, I guess, what he's going to be planning. So I'll talk to him about that and see if we need to push this to springtime.
We're waiting at first to see if any of the trees were going to recover after Snowmageddon.
Some did, and some are showing signs of growth and recovery, but the others are not. The others are clearly dead, so might as well just go ahead and
Also, the signs that we had on the monument sign. So the original signs were made by a gentleman that when we tried to reach out to him to replace or add new signs when new businesses were created, he was service and he was unreachable, according to his father. So we found another person to make the signs that they were painted, and those signs have the paint is
Deteriorated.
deteriorated. So I need to find somebody to, I'll get a hold of him and get the color of the paint and have them paint it. They don't match exactly, but since they've deteriorated, but I've not, somebody brought it to my attention, but I haven't had that done. But it's on my list to do.
We have a metalworking company in town right off Porter Road on the left-hand side. He does metalworking, and he also does custom painting of metal. So I think I went over there one day to try to see about getting him to do some. I was trying to do a powder coat, and he can powder coat and he can paint. So I think he would probably be a good local business that we might be able to reach out to and say, please give us a quote on refinishing letters on the sign.
Can you send me this?
I will. I'll try. Yes. He's got powder coating equipment. Because I reached out to him about powder coating some wheels. So I'll get you the number.
So on the trees that you're talking about, is that over at the corner? Okay.
That's really our responsibility to maintain. So you'll see it in our budget, the maintenance, the mowing, the repairs of the irrigation system, the well, all that kind of stuff is our responsibility as part of this group.
In the budget, it's referred to as Old Town when they created that. They
Okay.
purchased it when they changed the curve of the 407 and all of that was done. It became a community development corporation project back then. And so they called it Old Town Project because of the businesses in that area. So community development corporation would do that for those businesses. So the maintenance and upkeep of that can be done with community development corporation funds. So anytime you see Old Town, that's what we're referring to.
Being that monument sign with all the businesses that are in town, which I'm not sure if it's updated, if it's current, but yeah. It's just, some of the letters are getting in disrepair, is what she was referring to.
What happened is the original sign was on the Kroger side of the road. And then when New Quest came in and they started developing that side, the monument sign had to be, well, it was destroyed. They couldn't relocate it. So they had a new one made. And then the businesses, some of the Bartonville store opened. And another store, or the Royal Seal changed. And Ombre, the other business came in, and then the attorneys came in, Reader Rest came in. And so we had to have additional signs made, and we couldn't find the original person that did those signs. So it was a challenge to get those made. But we came pretty close.
No, it looked good for quite a while. When we did those, it seemed like it was 4 years, 5 years longer. It's been I'll reach out to this gentleman and see if we can give you the number and see if we can use a local business to do it. Definitely. That's right. All right, so the next one is discussion on marketing, promotional items, and advertising of local businesses.
This is a copy of the ad that we ran last holiday season in the Cross Timbers Gazette. And I told them we'd run another ad for our businesses. And I'm getting the updated business list from New Quest and Bartonville Town Center. So I was just gonna show you the ad. So we'll update the lists and the businesses in there. And they designed it, so I'll ask her to change up the ad for us a little bit. But it's pretty much, we just take out a full page ad in the Gazette to shop local.
Sponsors of this.
No, the highlight, just so it just shows the highlighted is the Bartonville Town Center and then all the businesses within the Bartonville Town Center. So 4 is green, and so then if you look over to the right, that green is where Bartonville Town Center is. Rural business 7, so the orange color, that's where those businesses are located. And then Lantana Town Center, it did just do pics on the map. So it's color coded to show the locations where they're at. Because the others are by number, and there's not enough you can't put all the numbers like in Bartonville Town Center. The map's not big enough to put numbers for all of those businesses. So we picked the color green to show where Bartonville Town Center is, to list that all those businesses are on that location. There's quite a few changes that have been made that they've sent over to me that will add to those. That will. The other document on marketing is our community guide, which is outdated, which I was planning to update this year with the changes that we've had in staff, when we had a change in a council member for photographs. Thank you. To update. And now we've had our administrator resign. So now we have a vacancy for our town administrator. So my goal in working with Sylvia resigned. So we have a vacancy in the town administrator position. So yes, you've seen my car up here on weekends. So I am, I'm a little, yes, and that's, we do have an interim town administrator right now. She's, yes, she's amazing. I want to keep her, but it's not going to happen. So for that guide, I've worked with the marketing company and we're planning for hopefully a release in January. So we'll come out with the 2022 guide. That way, hopefully we'll have updated photographs and information, updated information to put in that book, because it would be kind of silly to have it done now. And especially with changes in the administration and what's going on. So it'll be a little tight to do it right now, especially with the holidays and everything. So we'll get it updated and we're focusing on it early, so hopefully January, February. We'll shoot for that. And we're looking at some other ideas with community development stuff that I'll bring to you guys next month. That may reflect some changes to the board and me. So all good, all good. Hope you have it.
Updates from the gentleman who provided us the marketing, the businesses, potential businesses for the town.
That'll be that in closed session.
Activities that they plan at the Bartonville Town Center.
I will reach out. Nan is no longer affiliated with the Bartonville Town Center. They have a new person. Her name is Amanda, and I'll find out if they are doing any events and see if there's maybe some kind of town sponsored thing that we can do.
For a couple of years, but it was so poorly promoted.
And if they're doing something, I can offer promotion on the town side with them and let her know that that's available. Make a note to do that.
Start off with somebody new. Letting them know we're here, and that we want to partner with them.
Yeah, they did the Old Town Christmas. I know last year things were everything. So advertising for Christmas, those promotional. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but that's it. As far as Kim Cloud, they did their architects have already reached out to schedule a development review committee review in November, so they are moving forward. Just to let you know, she submitted her letter, so I'll bring that forward for you in November.
Future agenda items.
The results of the traffic study.
But that'll be on your, hopefully he'll have the report and it'll be ready for the next meeting.
I'd like to adjourn us into closed session at 6:33 p.m.
just a moment. So we just stop this.